Hello, good day. How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Can you? Okay, you should be able to hear me. Yeah, should be all fine. You should get the music and the audio. How you doing, guys? Hello, hello, Maricela. Hello, Nebula. How you guys doing? Good day. Today we are going to be working a bit more on our ogre friend here that we started the other day. So I'm gonna be mixing a few colors in to get myself a bit of a skin tone color, like we did the last time. And yeah, from here we're gonna be working a bit on refining the paint job. I don't know exactly what I should be doing next. I mean, I can either work on finishing the skin tone, or I can work on getting the OSL sorted out, or I can work on getting the model painted. I can do many things. Thank you for the prime, Maricella. All good, nice. Hello, MG, how you doing? Hello, Jit. Good to see you too, man. How you doing? What's up? How is everybody doing tonight while we paint our ogreish friend here? No, we gotta keep this into more of the realm of yellow, I think. We just shake. Okay, should be good. Gonna be giving it a vortex mixer as well. Vortex mixers are amazing. I really like mine. Hello, Nico. Good day. How you doing? This goes here. Okay. So yeah, last time we were working on the skin tone of this guy. I have a bit of a grayish tone here that I can use for my oh yeah, I like this one. I like this. Okay, we can give it a bit more of a skin tone color. Like this, a touch of yellow. Okay, we got the same highlight color that we had last time. Gonna be thinning this down. Let me get my glasses. Okay. All right. Yeah. I needed a bit more of a skin tone to happen on the highlights, so now with this color here we are getting ourselves what we needed in the first place. Because the highlighting I had was good, but it wasn't it was too sharp. Hello, Moby. The creative take is that basically when I started this guy, I asked Justin what he wanted. Well, actually asked the chat what they wanted for a skin tone as a color. And Justin was like, why don't we do a bluish skin tone, or a skin tone that comes from blue? So I was like, okay. And I painted it. And then at the same time, hello, Bug Lips. At the same time, I was like, I might want to have some OSL happening on this guy, like to improve the interesting ratio of this model, you know what I mean? It's like if we have such a sharp light on the left, maybe we're gonna be needing some light on the other side. So what I did was sketching an OSL very quickly, and now I'm just working on getting everything sorted out. It's a bit difficult to work on a model with like a week of separation between every session of 2 hours, but we should be able to get him close to being done tonight. Reminds me a little of the Nightkin from Fallout New Vegas. I haven't played that game, but I have played the other Fallout games. The Nightkin. Well, in the meantime, I'm just blocking in and blending at the same time the highlight of the skin tone. I will be working a little bit more on the OSL just to get it to be on the same quality of the skin tone. So at the moment, I think it's dragging our model down a little bit. There we go. Okay. That's alright. Hello, Gimli. So with that done, we can work on our OSL. Just gonna be giving it a bit of a coat for now. Because the color I used the last time was extremely glossy. So I'm gonna take care of the glossiness right now by glazing it down. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we have that very vibrant green in there. We can blend it with our skin tone a bit more, and also going through blue if we want, so that we can get more of a bluish tone in the skin. Basically, pro tip for you guys, skin tones are nothing but a bunch of shades of grey. Grey that has different tints added to them, but still a grey. So when you're working with a skin tone, try to imagine it a bit more grey than it is. It's like, it's difficult to envision a skin tone when you're thinking about colors, but when you're thinking about hues of grey, it works a lot more. Hello Jedi, how you doing? What's up? I have finally returned. Welcome back, Gimli. Good day, sir. So the whole reason why I am painting this OSL is to make the model look more interesting. But I still haven't forgotten about the bluish tone. So I'm basically avoiding orange. I'm using a bunch of shades of blue and red. Thank you, Zyko. How you doing, man? Hello, Kit. Good day, good day. What's up, everyone? Welcome in, welcome in. I was saying welcome to the Meters then, but no, welcome to Reaper channel. Okay. I'm a little confused. Why? Okay. Is this your stream now? No, it's not. I stream here on Reaper's channel every Wednesday at around this time for 2 hours. I've been doing this for like a month now. Hello, Mighty. How you doing? Good day. Yeah, at exactly this time. Yes. We're working on an ogre. I like ogres. They represent me nicely, you know, with the dumb expression. I feel like a bit of an ogre. Hey, thank you for the sub, Quinn. How you doing today? Okay, we can get a little bit more light in our greenish tone. There we go. Because of course the skin tone, when hit by a source of light, will be reflecting it in various degrees, so it's not just one color blopped on the model, but it's like more than one, because the muscles and then the various parts of the body will reflect light like normally, right? So we're working on that. Hello Zalachenko, how you doing? Thank you Trashrama for the sub, how you doing, dude? What's up? Good evening. Or afternoon. Or whatever the time it is. Good time zone. Okay. Did you spray prime or brush? Spray prime. I was watching last week's stream on YouTube and almost missed this one. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you have been enjoying these streams. I have enjoyed doing them a lot. Met a lot of people. Enjoy your sleep, Nico. Hello, Anteo. I've met a lot of cute people here. I love the Reaper community. It's always nice to be able to join you guys and in painting these beautiful models. I cannot wait for the package to arrive because the guys at Reaper are sending me an airbrush, which I'm looking forward to trying out, as well as a bunch of bigger models, which is my specialty. If you don't know how I normally paint, this is one of the latest models I've been painting. I like painting big scale of models and I really enjoy working really hard on them. So the bigger Reaper minis are gonna be perfect for me. I cannot wait to start working on them. I can paint small scale, of course. It's not like I can't, but I enjoy bigger scale more. So it's gonna be fun. If a werewolf gets a tattoo and it turns back into a human, does the tattoo stay? Well, it depends what kind of werewolf we're talking about. Is it the kind of family-friendly werewolf that also grows back the clothing? Or is it like a real werewolf that turns back into a human and is naked? Because if it's the real werewolf, the one that sheds the clothing while becoming a werewolf and then goes back to being naked, then yes, the tattoo stays. If instead it's a werewolf like the cartoon ones that destroys the clothing and then goes back to fully clothed, like Hulk, for example, like, it's not a werewolf, but you know what I mean, then no, it doesn't stay. No problem, Brush. I'm glad you enjoyed the tutorial. How you doing? I enjoy your streams very much. I can't always make it because I'm at work. I'm your patron as well, though. Really enjoying hearing your thoughts on painting. That is amazing, Quindley. Thank you so much, man. You have been amazing. You're beautiful, dude. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy my Patreon, and I'm glad you enjoy these streams. It's fun. If there is one thing I would have to ask you guys in chat, is to ask me as many questions as you can. Because, like, I can just talk about what I'm doing, but if you guys have questions, I am very, very happy to answer detailed question from you. Because I think it's better, right? I am a teacher. Even more than a miniature painter, I believe myself to be a teacher. So, mini painting is just the medium I teach. So if anybody has questions, I would love to hear them and answer them more, because it's better for me to answer a question directly than just explaining. It is a detailed answer. You're giving this some thought. Yeah, man. Exactly 5 seconds. Watch clips from out of a game. One of the jankiest and dumbest things from the game is when the Hulk turns back into Bruce. Yeah, they always have him find like... Yeah, they always have him find like a hoodie somewhere. Like, it's so stupid. I don't know why they couldn't show him bare-chested, you know? Like, the Hulk has pants on. So, couldn't they just show Bruce with his chest? Like, what's the problem with that? I don't get it. I never understood it. But yeah, it was stupid. Like, stupid. Yeah, male nips, man. They're dangerous. Hello, Archon. Good day, sir. Okay, so we got our Bibbidi Babbidi painted up. This is a very interesting model. I am enjoying painting it. It's a nice study of skin tone and light and reflections and things that... You know, it's always practice. Like, for me, the way I'm taking these Reaper streams is a practice thing. Like, I get to paint models that aren't commission. And allows me to try things out with you guys. The scholar tier gives you access to all of the videos on my Patreon. My Patreon is like, I don't know how many hours we have right now, but we have like hundreds of hours of content on it, so you'll get your money worth. I'm very prolific painter. But yeah, for now I'm just working on getting the skin tone color transition into the OSL light smoothly and subtly. So we're gonna be having it go through a bit of a shadow tone, a bit of a darker skin tone color, and then get into OSL light, like we're doing here pretty much. What I want to do though is quickly base coat the whole model, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that, because I feel like I need some light, some color in it before I can make decisions on the model. So let me just quickly base coat the whole thing and get it done. So we have, well, I don't really need to think too much about the colors or the choices I make. I can simply just give it a color. I don't really care about what color it is. It doesn't matter too much at the moment. It just matters that it has color. What are the top 3 pieces of advice you have for someone starting paint these minis for the first time? Get a wet palette. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt from other painters, because everybody has their own way of painting, which means that everybody thinks that there are laws and rules that aren't really universal, but some people have them ingrained so much in themselves that they think they are. So when you watch YouTube videos, when you watch stuff like that, be careful, because you might be hearing something that's stupid, but it gets sold to you as a fundamental truth that might not be. That's something that I have experienced firsthand. Like the many YouTube videos out there are full of misinformations. And third thing, I don't know, a new painter. Don't spend money on expensive brushes, because expensive brushes will be useless to you as a new painter. It's always best to buy cheap synthetic brushes that you can buy in a Hobby Lobby or whatever store you have in your part of the world that has cheap synthetic brushes in it, than buying an expensive Winsor & Newton, because you just simply lack the knowledge and the control of the brush to make that money worth. So don't waste money on brushes, rather spend it on paints or models or actual stuff that you're gonna be using over a long time, because expensive brushes will be useless. Hello monkeys, thank you for the raid, how you doing, man? So since you just sleep and stream, what was the last season you saw from going outside? Winter, I do actually go outside every once in a while, and I've actually been starting to take relaxing walks. So as a way to be more in contact with the world, I've been starting to do some walks outside, like brief 10-15 minutes walks, just to hang out with the rest of the planet, you know? Maybe go get a coffee in a bar or something and come back home. Something like this, just to stay in touch. Because, yes, I do live a very reclusive life. Not that I mind, by the way, because, I mean, I'm reclusive as a figure of speech, because I meet more people than most people do, because I have hundreds of people coming through my stream every day, so I meet a bunch of people. But it is different than going outside, for sure. So yes, I need to contact with reality a bit more, so I do go outside. Outside is overrated, I agree. The atmosphere over Genoa would have collapsed from the change in airflow. You are one of the most beautiful, though, Moneta. If that makes you feel any good. Okay. Again, just quickly slapping paint on the model so that we can have some more... The feeling of completion. It's important to not overdo one detail when you have a model that is primed or unpainted. It is very, very important, in my opinion, to not overdo one thing and then get lost in it. So, like, I could have spent the whole stream tonight just fixing and working on this skin tone. But I need to paint the rest of the model before I can actually do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be getting swamped into constantly changing the skin tone because I lack reference. I don't know how the other details look. So I will never be happy with the skin tone. But maybe just base coating a few things here and there is gonna make me happy. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be also working on the skin now. So we're just gonna give it a bit of a base coating. That's too gray. Let me give it some more red. Conserve power supply. Holy cow, Moneta, you are really working hard on that cabin. Moneta is making a display cabinet in which some of my models are gonna end up in. I have 4 models that I painted for him, which I'm gonna ship as soon as Christmas season ends. So, and yeah, he has made a cabinet which is incredibly cool. Yeah, base coats do make you happy for sure. I'm using a number 4 brush. Today I painted all day with a number 4, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. Okay. Yes. Although I need to find the one for the speed painting because I moved a house, so I don't know exactly where they might be. Gonna have to look for them. The back of this guy is really fun. The muscles are really, really well sculpted. It's really fun. It's gonna be fun to paint. But in the meantime, yeah, they're all together somewhere. Just gotta have to look for them. Yeah, I know, Marik. I know. Okay, now that we have a bit more color, I can already see the model coming together a bit more. But since I'm here, I'm just gonna keep going with the model. I'm gonna be base coating the non-metallic really quickly. Hello, Little. How you doing, baby? What's up? Yeah. Here just for you. Oh, thank you. Okay, now, as I do this, I see that the skin tone needs more of this purpley color that I have base coat because I do like it. So we gotta rescue it from the paint job. I over highlighted. Simply by doing the base coat of these areas, I felt like this darker skin tone color was lost in the work I did here. So I'm just gonna rescue it with a couple of glazes of this stone. It's gonna be pretty easy to get it back. But I feel like, yes, we need more definition, more shading, more everything. So let's just go back. And see, just simple as that, like just adding a bit of color to the model has made me see the skin more clearly. I would have kept highlighting it if it was for me at the beginning. But like giving myself a bit of more of a reference of how the other colors are gonna be interacting with it, I can see that I over highlighted it. So we're just gonna be doing this instead. Few glazes to get myself a darker skin tone. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? How's your hobbying going? Are you all busy playing the new Warcraft expansion or Cyberpunk? Or is anybody actually joining me in this in my painting endeavors? I am working here. I'm working here too. Can you believe it? Yeah. 2 more hours till Cyberpunk. Yeah, it comes out at midnight, right? I'm 60 at WoW subber. Well done, man. I'm proud of you. I'm a Final Fantasy XIV fanboy. I'm painting MMM, non-metallic metal. Okay. Non-metallic. Well, this is suddenly a lot prettier than when I last checked, right? It's the power of the miniatures then. One decision changes the paint job in the span of a brushstroke. This is something that is typical of my style of painting. I am not a planner. I am an observer. So there are many kinds of painters out there. The two more common kinds of painter is the planner and the observer. The planner would be somebody that knows exactly what they're gonna be doing and just simply acts upon it. Like, oh, I'm gonna base coat with this color, highlight with this, and then shade with this, and then I'm gonna be doing this. Like, people who have a plan. And they execute it. And then there are people like me, which are observers, which are like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I hope to Christ it looks good. Let's see what we can come up with. That's my way of painting. So I am confident in my brush skills, but I know nothing about the model when I get to painting it. So I just start from an idea. Like, this whole paint job started from, let's make the skin tone look kinda cold. So we did it. And then everything went from, let's make it more interesting by having an OSL. And now I'm like, let's work on the rest of it. Like, I keep making decisions as I go. Yes, Sarducci. Moldy metallic metal is beautiful. So we're working on the non-metallics here, getting them to be shiny and nice. I can make them a bit shinier. Let's push the lights a bit more. Okay. A little bit more shiny. Yes, 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 master. Yes, master. I will go more shiny. Shine bright like a diamond, yes. You and I, Gimli, in the sky. We are beautiful like diamonds in the sky. There you go, super shiny. Oh my god, it's so shiny. What a metallic metal. It is so metallic. It almost... I can almost taste the taste. I'm not gonna be doing any diamond cross hatching. No, I'm not complimenting. I'm being sarcastic. We all know I despise Gimli. I'm blinded by its glory. Nice. Nice, be blinded. Be blinded. I'm of course joking, Gimli knows that. Thank you to all my alpacas who showed up tonight. Thank you guys so much. It's so nice to see you on these Reaper streams. I really appreciate the support that you guys bring just by coming to hang out with me on this stream as well. We did our 8-hour stream on my own channel and then you guys came back there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys are beautiful. Like diamonds in the sky. And also you Reaper people. Of course, you as well. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. And as I constantly say, almost to the point of being obnoxious, if you have any questions, all you gotta do is ask. Okay? I am being paid to teach you stuff. So, literally, all you gotta do is ask, and I will be teaching you. You know, deep down you miss me all day. I did, actually. I actually did. Okay, so that's done. I'll be working a bit on blocking in the basic skin tone color. Gonna keep these fairly small because I know there's gonna be a lot of OSL on the back. Hello, Holtz. Hello, Zempire. All you have to do is ask. Okay. Let's go with this color. So we're doing the mid-tone now. So we did our shadow. I'm now blocking the mid-tone in place. Although I know that in some of these areas it will be hidden by the OSL, but might as well have it here just for, you know, for the sake of being there. I will be blocking it in, cleaning it up as I go. I don't really need to do much, I can just paint it in like this. Don't really need to overly highlight either, I can just basically give it a small highlight and be done on this bottom part of the model. I do need coverage though. The paints I'm using are lacking at the moment in coverage, so we're gonna be building it up a little bit more. I thinned them a bit too much. It's fine though. Okay. Okay. I feel like I like this. We can keep going on the hand, get that sorted out as well. But you can see that the model is coming along, right? We can work on the leathers as well. We can start giving them some light. I like painting leather that is super textured. So I build up the highlights by texturing them when doing leather. I don't like having a clean highlight on it. I like making it look like it's seen some use. We got this first color here. We can build it up to be even brighter. And even brighter. And then with a bit of an ink, just I'm using a random ink I have on my collection here. You can use any ink you want. It doesn't have to be the one I'm using or any specific brand. Reaper makes inks and they're perfectly fine for this. Just gonna be using one of the ones I have here. I like using inks to complete my leather because it gives that nice glossy look that, you know, looks good for leather. There we go. Like this. Got the leather done. Okay. We can do the... Let's actually block in the OSL a bit more on the back. Let's try to complete the OSL. Because I feel like I need it to be somewhat painted in before I can do anything else. Hello, Croton. How you doing? Okay, sounds good, man. Okay. So I'm imagining the light source of whatever it is, this Oslo, to be where my brush is. So it's hitting a bit of the front and a bit of the back. So I'm imagining the light hitting the model like this. And we should be able to get a nice result here. Okay. Okay. In your imagination, what kind of object is sourcing that light? I don't know. A cauldron of a magician that he's defending because he's an ogre guard, right? So he must be guarding something. Otherwise, what kind of guard would he be? So probably some evil necromancer basically convinced him or enthralled him to serve him, or something that so as magic. So he's defending something magical, and that thing can be whatever you want it to be. Like this green light is kind of like the golden light in Pulp Fiction. You never know what's inside the briefcase, and everybody makes assumption of it. And this green light will basically be the same thing. People will be free to imagine whatever it is that they want to be that can cast the light. It can be a flame, it can be a spell, it can be a cauldron, it can be a treasure, it can be a relic, it can be, I don't know, a mushroom. Like, it can be whatever. You choose what it is. I mean, they say that you should, and by they I mean the best painters ever will tell you that painting to tell a story is the best way to paint, and I agree with it. You should be always trying to tell a story when you're painting a high-level painter. And in cases like this, I like having the viewer be the storyteller without even knowing. Hello, Delcy. In a sense that I'm telling you a story, but you choose the ending of it. It's like I'm giving you a choose-your-own storybook, not a finished story that you have to just observe and appreciate, but something you can take part of. So as I paint this, I'm creating a world for you to invent with me. It's like, okay, this is an ogre, and I'm painting it, and I'm giving it a light, but now it's up to you to choose what is casting this light. And I think it's a very effective way to paint too, to encourage the viewer to take part in the painting without even painting. So, in a way they are, because they're imagining a world outside. And this makes sure that your model always fits any viewer, in a way. Because anybody can imagine anything. So instead of giving you an idea of what's casting the light and making some people love the idea and some people hate it, everybody's gonna like the idea because everybody can have their own part in this story. Colors tell a story. Oh, absolutely, man. Colors and textures and the way you render details, the way you interact with the shadows, especially, it always tells a story, for sure. For sure. Like, for example, the model I've been painting today, right? Like, she's another example of trying to tell a story. We have marble on the base. She has purple, which is a regal color. She's wearing satin clothing and like expensive clothing, so like you can clearly say that she is a vampire lady and she's running the place, you know, like she's the one in control of it. So yeah, that's all. Like every model you paint should be, not doesn't really should be, but like if it did tell a story, it would be better. Ogre cards guard ogres. Then it might be guarding an ogre magician. Whatever it is, you make your own story. I don't care. I'm just a painter. Okay. Okay. I'm observing the model to figure out exactly how I want the light to go. Feel like I got a pretty good idea. You can see that this side looks lit by whatever it is, the light source, and this side looks lit by a normal light, like a sunlight or a torch or whatever. Like you can see that there's a massive amount of contrast between the two areas, right? If you look at it from the front, you can see the light source, the main light source, but the second one sneaks in the painting, kind of encourages you to turn the model around and look at it, right? That's very cool. It's a you want when you paint a model, you want the viewer to be encouraged to move the model around and look at it. You know what I mean? That's important, I feel like. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Okay. I've seen people make small dioramas with minis and stuff, but build these giants wall with nothing. Then why put up the wall in the first place? It's just an example. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's like art. A very close medium to the art of miniature painting is a movie. You know, there is one movie trope, which is if you show a gun in the first act, make sure that you have used it by the end of the third act, otherwise you have wasted a scene. That's one of the basics of screenwriting, right? If you show an item, make sure it gets used in the movie, otherwise why would you show it? You're just confusing the viewer. The same goes in mini painting. Everything needs to have a purpose. Otherwise, why would it be there? And it's the job of the sculptor to create an interesting model that inspires imagination in the painter. You don't want to have too flat sculpts because otherwise they look boring, and you also don't want too detailed sculpts because they look overwhelming. You have to find like a special middle ground between the two, and that's where miniature painters really thrive, when they are in the middle ground and they can have fun with the model or paint by the numbers, and they have a choice when they are faced with the model. Like this guy, you could have easily just base coated and washed him and it would have looked good. But if you put a bit more effort on it, you can make him look cool too. So like, you know, it's very interesting. This is a good sculpt. That's why I chose it. I really like this guy. It's a simple model, but it has a lot of power to it. Okay, so let's catch in some non-metallic as well. Again, just to have an idea. I'm not gonna be finishing this non-metallic here. I'm just gonna be using it to give myself an idea. Just sketching it. Nothing incredible, nothing too clean, just sketching. But I need to bring the model up to a level that allows me to imagine it finished, so I can see where I'm going, and if I like it or not. Okay. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. I think the thing that needs the most color right now is the fur. So let's jump to that. I want a somewhat vibrant color for it. Okay. Hello Sib, how you doing? Hello Azimar, just came from work. Welcome home, man. How you doing? Okay. 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 Be brighter. Okay. Good enough. I'm gonna be taking a quick break. I'm gonna be here on the computer, so if you guys have any questions, you can ask. As always, I'm never gonna get tired of saying it, but I'm gonna be taking a small facecam break. And yeah, I'm here. I'm here though. So please, 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 this is the best moment to ask me any question you might have. Please, as a personal favor, ask me anything, dude. You know, in a way, like, what is the airspeed of my nose? It's like, the airspeed of my nose is like the speed of dark. Darkness moves faster than light, you know this? If you manage to cast a shadow of your finger on the face of the moon and you move your finger in front of the light, Your finger is gonna move very slowly, but the casted shadow of your finger from the earth on the moon is gonna move faster than the speed of light. That is the speed of my nose. Would you paint the Baba Yaga hat one day? I would, yeah, why not? That would be cool. How many airplanes have you caused crash by breathing in too deeply through your nose? You know, like, you know. You have the opportunity to ask a professional painter of a considerable ability any question you want about painting, and then you prefer to make fun of him with his nose. In the spirit of cyberpunk, what modification would I get first? A bigger nose. A weaponized nose. That's what I would get. No, as a modification, what would I get? I don't know. I think, considering the job I do, eyes that can zoom in really, really well and have a higher resolution. Wired reflexes. It also stabilizes muscle movement on a small scale. Yeah, John. How to get good fast? Practice, 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 practice. Have you had a chance to use Reaper Sky, Winter or Rogue shadow paints? I have not used them, no. I haven't had a chance of using them. No, be extremely smart. If you want to get good fast, be extremely smart about the way you paint. Don't waste time painting a bunch of minis to the same quality level, but always try to one-up yourself. So, the mistake that most painters do is that they look at somebody else's paint job and they feel bad about it. So, you should not do that. When you see somebody paint better than you, don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of the fact that they are better than you, because there will always be somebody better than you. The only person you are in competition with is your previous self. So if every paint job you do is aimed to be better than the previous one, and you paint a lot of models, you are bound to get good fast. Provided they are better than the previous model. Yeah, this Sunday is gonna be fun. Oh guys, you don't know this maybe from Reaper, but we have a paint along. On my own channel, on the MHS Den channel. We're gonna be doing a paint along this Sunday, painting a Reaper minis. So if you have a reclining Sophie, or you would like to buy her, we are gonna be painting reclining Sophie all together this Sunday. I will be showing the colors I use, and basically giving a mini tutorial on how I paint her. We're gonna be painting her to a normal standard, nothing incredible, something that anybody can achieve, and just gonna be looking to have fun together. I don't believe I'm talented though, Valander. We had the discussion already. Everyone has his space. Yeah, exactly. Don't be discouraged by the pace of other people. Cut their heads off and absorb their power like a linder. Right. When was the last time you cleaned the sponge in wet palette? Never. I never cleaned the sponge of my wet palette. I have never done that. I also don't see why I should, honestly. It's a sponge. As long as it absorbs water, I'm just gonna dip my brush in it. You can buy it from the Reaper website. Sib. I can sense your frustration with my comments, even without the face cam. In the voice, yes. Is that non-metallic? It's really good. Yes, it is. It is non-metallic on the belt. Papa Nargol wants to talk with you, mate. I am so sorry, Zala. I already know that because it's the same in 3D sculpting. Only challenge yourself. Yeah, dude. Only challenge yourself. Like, there's many painters out there which literally poop on my painting. But, you know, I don't get discouraged by them. I get inspired by them. I mean, you can mix them, but with black and white, not together. You can't really create other colors with them. Not secondary colors. You can create tertiary colors, not secondary, with GW paints. Okay, back to my stupid face. Oop, hello. How you doing? Alright, back to work. Let's go. So, let's make these bibbidi boo. Let's make the skin tone match with the OSL. Blend them together a bit. If anything, I get more inspired by you. For example, I had almost finished a young white dragon, then saw you paint the ice reflection on Kratos and decided to replicate the same. Oh, that's a cool idea. Well done. Is it looking good? That's what I live for, Liquid. In a very selfish way. I paint on Twitch, not for the money, because there is very little money to be made on Twitch, but I paint for the joy of sharing the hobby with somebody and being able to inspire them. Like, many people start streaming on Twitch with the idea of making money, but you don't make much money on Twitch. Not if you do art. But I just love it so much, because when you say stuff like you do, Liquid, like the thing you just said, it makes me so happy, you know? Being able to plant a seed into somebody else's head and have them take a decision because of what I did makes me so happy. It's just so cool to me. So I'm happy to be doing it. Of course, I have a Patreon because, you know, I do have to have an income at some point, in some way or another, where I can teach mini painting a bit more in depth. But yeah, I would never leave Twitch. I just love this too much. Let's hope so, Sib. Let's hope so, man. Reaper, get to it! Send him the freaking model! Get to it! He needs to have it by Sunday. Let's go! Go to the warehouse. Ship it immediately, oh my god! Painting is mostly a solo hobby. It's not a solo hobby. I don't think it is. For me, it isn't. Like, my enjoyment of painting comes from having people to talk with. Okay, so we're working on blending the two colors together a bit more. Getting a little bit of gradient going on here for the OSL, so it doesn't look placed, but it looks like it's an actual light. And then we can work on highlighting the skin tone. You can see that the way I paint makes me go faster and faster and faster in a paint job. So like, we started slowly the other week. We did the chest and the face very timidly, and now I'm basically completing the model all in one go. And that's because my style of painting, as I said, is about discovery. So I have discovered how I want to paint this guy, so now I'm just doing it. And the doing it aspect is extremely simple, because once you know what you're gonna do, you just do it. But since I don't plan my paint jobs and I just go with the flow, it takes me a moment to figure out exactly what I want to do. But once I do get it, I'm lightning fast. And this way of painting, to me, is extremely fun because it doesn't have the same weight of, you know, having a plan and having to stick to it. I don't like that too much. I'm not very good at following plans, even if I'm the one making them, so this method suits me better. When do you use the tip of your brush versus using the side? You use the side when you are coating something, right? Because you want space, so you want to have a quick coverage. Or maybe you don't want to leave brush strokes. Whenever you don't want to leave brush strokes, you use the side of the brush. When you're looking to paint something fine, like an highlight on something, you use the tip because you have precision. This is a number 4 brush, right? This is a number 4, it's massive. Check out what kind of lines I can do with it. Let me thin the paint a bit more, so it flows. Right? That's the difference. Precision versus coverage. No problem. Okay. Get wrecked, Zalachenko. This is not a Tintoretto brush. Ha! The horror. Indeed. Okay, let's push the lights here. Yes, Harkon. I could probably paint with a number 8 and wouldn't really feel any difference. If the tip is good enough. So this is a number 4. Wait, let me show you the difference. This brush is a number 1, and this one is a number 4. You can see that the tips aren't very different. The tips are equal. They are just as wide. It's the belly of the brush that changes. So using a number 4 just means your brush doesn't dry out as quickly as a 0 would. But if you know how to use your tip, you get the same result with a number 4 brush. shut up. You are a good painter, Archon. If only you painted a bit more. Again, instead of comparing yourself to me, why don't you ask me questions? Instead of feeling bad about stuff that I can do that you can't, why don't you ask me questions so you can learn how to do them? Right? Be ambitious. Don't be sad. Be ambitious. I very quickly stopped using those tiny 0-0 sort of brushes on the Silversmith herb. Yeah, I did exactly the same thing when I started out. I had a bunch of 0-0s and I freaking hated them. Okay. I clearly heard the sound of a slap in the face. Are you sketching right now? Not really, no. Since I know exactly what I'm gonna be doing with the skin tone, I'm already blending as I place the colors. That is what I told I needed. I was told I needed. It was the most common misinformation you hear about me. What is the most common misinformation you hear about mini painting? Ratios. People who teach miniature painting in ratios are evil. Mini painting is an art form, not a form of alchemy. So teaching people how to thin their paints, or how to blend, or how to do stuff in ratios, like 2 drops of this, 1 drop of that, is a fantastic way to make people go insane. You have to teach people the result, not... You teach people what they should be looking for, not how to achieve it, if that makes sense. So they can always be able to know. Otherwise, they're gonna be having to always ask you for the recipes. They can't learn that way. Show them the result and teach them how to achieve it. Hello, Chroma. What do you mean by ratios? The whole 2 drops of, like, to mix this yellow, you need 2 drops of green, 1 drop of BBD, 1 drop of what? That sucks. I don't like that way. It is a bad way of explaining things. It's a terrible way of explaining things. Because it forces people down a path that they're gonna hate. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, exactly, Valandar. The milky consistency is possibly the dumbest thing anybody can ever say in the world of mini painting. Like, straight up, the dumbest thing you can say is milk consistency. Okay, let me try to explain you guys really quickly how to glaze. Do you wanna learn how to glaze, guys? Does anybody in chat want to learn how to glaze? If anybody wants, I will explain it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going with the paint job. Just tell me, okay? Okay, so... YouTuber. Okay, I want to do a glaze of this blue, okay? I have this blue on my palette. Life is fantastic. I try to glaze with it, and oh my god, it's too covering. What the hell am I gonna do now? Well, this is a base coat, my friend. Now you know it. When the paint completely covers your thumbnail, that's a base coat. So what you do then, you add a bit of water, right? Because you're thinning. Now, you're not looking for a consistency of any sort, you're looking for a finish. And you go, okay, so I thin the paint a bit more. Wait, it's still covering, not as much as the base coat, but I still cannot really see my thumbnail, my skin tone. What is this then? Well, that, my friend, is a layer. Now you know layering, you just learned it, because you know that this result is a layer. Then you go, well, I'm gonna add a bit more water to my paint, okay? And I'm gonna try to use it on my fingernail. Wait, It's awful. It's leaving stains and everything where. And that's where people are like, wait a second, but I thinned to skimmed milk consistency. How comes I'm not getting a glaze? The truth is, you haven't used your damn paper towel. Look at mine. Look how terrible mine is. When you thin paints a lot, you always want to clean the brush on a paper towel. When you do that, and then you try using them, oh look, it's a glaze now. Can you believe it? Isn't that incredible? And you can thin this glaze a bit more to create like a filter, pretty much. Wow, magic. Have I not taught you how to glaze in 5 seconds without doing a 10-minute YouTube video explaining milk consistency and shit? I hate the way techniques are explained on YouTube. I hate it. I freaking hate it. Further explanation on the topic, glaze versus wash. Washes are paints that have been added, that have had mediums added to them. So a wash will have a flow improver added to it, and stuff that reduces surface tension, which means that as you apply it on the model, it will look to flow into the recesses because of gravity. That's what a wash does. A glaze doesn't flow into nothing because when you apply it, as we already established right now. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at my hand. So when you find yourself doing this and the paint flows in the recesses like it's doing in the wrinkles of my hand, and you believe you are glazing, you are not glazing. You are doing something awful. You have to clean your damned brush and then gently move the paint across the surface. And in this way, you are glazing. You can glaze with washes if you want to. The difference is that you have to have very little of it on the brush, and doing so will allow you to create a filter, which is a glaze. If you have too much paint on the brush, it's gonna act more like a wash and create stains. You can see that. Look at the difference, right? The paint has dried in my wrinkles and it's now pooling, while when I clean the brush, the same consistency, I just cleaned the brush, it's completely creating a layer over my wrinkles, but it's not filling them, right? That's a glaze, this is a wash. I just hate the gatekeeping about the mini painting world. Everything sounds so complicated when pro painters explain it. And the truth is, in most cases they do that because they don't even know what the heck they're talking about. That's the problem. Like, most people put on the hat of mini painting teacher when they shouldn't, because they are still students. Like, I started teaching mini painting after a long time. Some people pick up the brush and they go, yes, let's make YouTube videos now. They have no idea what they're talking about, and yet they speak. And that confuses people quite a lot, because when I started out, and I was checking out YouTube, I found millions of guides on topics like glazing, layering and stuff. And every guide was different, and one was worse than the other. Because most of the people I was watching on YouTube had no idea what they were talking about. Like, simple said. So, like, be very wary of any guide you find online, because they can be wrong. Too many people are afraid of messing up as well, and painting minis, there's no mistake you can't fix. Exactly. Absolutely agree, Lazy. No, in the 90s must have been worse, yes. Hello, Matthew. I'm doing well. How you doing, man? I was having a rant on YouTube. I don't even know if I can. I mean, I guess that if I start saying stuff that I shouldn't, Justin is just gonna pull the plug. He's here. He's listening to me. He had his wisdom teeth removed, so he can't really speak properly. But if I start ranting too much, he's just gonna pull the plug. If I disappear, it's because I got censored. Hello, Chiavica. Yeah, it's the Italian again. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Matthew. I'm sorry. Oof. Are you feeling as bad as Justin is, Bug? Yeah, Liquid. And I mean, you could point your finger at me and be like, wait a second though, you're talking about gatekeeping and yet you direct people to your Patreon very often. You are an hypocrite. And I'll be like, no, I am not. And that's why. Because miniature painting techniques, in my opinion, should be free to everybody. And I have made YouTube videos about them. I have a YouTube video on glazing, I have a YouTube video on feathering and stuff like that. Like, I made it for YouTube and I made it for free. My art deserves payment. That's the difference. I'm not gatekeeping people in learning the basics of mini painting. I am gatekeeping people in learning how I paint because I think that could have a price. That's what I teach on my Patreon. I teach my way of painting, my view of the art, the way I think. That can be priced, I believe. But stuff like glazing or layering and stuff like that should not be priced. That should be free to everybody to watch. And that's why I made YouTube videos of it. I think it makes sense, I don't know. Yeah, it's possible, Valander. That's the best reasoning I've ever heard on the internet. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, when you join my Patreon, you get my take on non-metallic, my way of painting skin tones, and that can be priced, you know. But stuff like layering and stuff like that should be free, man. What am I doing with the skin though? I have, you can see that we have a main focal light that is, you know, like a normal natural light, and then the guy gets lit up by an OSL, like an out-screen light source. So I am now according the light source on the back, on the bottom of the back, with the normal skin tone. Oh, by the way, Nebula, I haven't told you this, but like, it was super nice to meet your wife a few days ago on my stream. I really liked the fact, like, I don't know why, but like for a second I thought, wow, that's cool. Because like, it's nice to know that people talk about me in their daily life. You know, I imagined you guys on the couch or something, just chilling and be like, oh, you know, I've been starting to watching an Italian guy with a massive nose. And be like, oh, really? Like, you know what I mean? Like the whole conversation idea was so cute to me. And thank you. Thank you for having her come and say hello to me. I'm glad she was. It's cool, right? Like, it makes me feel really good. In a way, I feel like you guys are absolutely part of my life. For millions of reasons. Like, most of you people pay for my food. So, you know, you are definitely part of my life. But it's nice to see that I am part of yours in a way. And you talk about me even in your normal daily life. I want to know how many of you guys say bibbidi. Has any of you caught themselves say bibbidi? My wife says, tell him I'm sorry about it. Thank you, wife. Your first experiences in a hobby can really make the difference, though I haven't painted much in years. Recent time has got me dabbling a bit. That's great, Lazy. Dude, come back to the hobby, man. It's so nice now. Only big-nosed weirdos can say bibbidi. No, you can. You can say bibbidi. If you're a sub to my channel or to Reaper channel, you can say bibbidi. You are allowed. I'll allow you. Yes, nice. I might or not might have used bibbidi with some friends by accident. Great. That's nice. That fills me with happiness. I hope it will never happen to me. You say BBDR already, you speak Italian. So that's how you speak normally, Zala. Am I allowed to use one single swear word? Because I feel like I need it to emphasize what I'm about to say. You're not Russian, you're Italian.
I'll approve.
I think this paint job is gonna be fucking amazing, honestly. Because, like, it's really turning out really freaking cool. Like, it has like, this light looks like a light. Like, it's really cool. Once we get the other details painted up, it's gonna be really nice. I am excited, man. This paint job is so fun to me. I wanna keep going until freaking 5 AM now. She's a highly trained KGB agent. I'm really enjoying this. So fun. So fun. And thank you guys for keeping me company. I mean, maybe I am keeping company to you at the same time, but thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with me. I'm a bit of a weird streamer in the sense that I really need a chat to talk to me to feel good. Like you noticed that my humor changed as soon as people started talking to me. I don't know why, but like I'm basically a social animal. I really need to have people to talk to. So like it's nice to have you guys here with me. Thank you, Kiavika. Thank you, Azumar. You beautiful alpaca, dude. Thank you. Feels very weird not to hear the alpaca song when people sub. But sometimes I forget I'm not on my channel. And I have to say this, if you guys are enjoying the stream, consider giving a follow to this stream here, because that's my main stream. So we can hang out there as well. If you'd like to. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be watching Reaper, you should, they are amazing. Anne and the other guys are incredible. And they are definitely a great stream to be part of. I enjoy watching them when I can. But like, if you want to hang out with me specifically, you can by following my stream here. It's top right here. Because I do have a stream, and I stream basically every day, pretty much. Today, I streamed 8 hours on my own stream, and then I went live, yeah. Hello, Dark Heresy, how you doing, you sexy man? Today a kid asked me why my hands shake so much and it hurts. I'm so sorry, man. Oh well, it's your cousin. Little cousins are always annoying. Just working away and enjoying the stream. Always make the workday a lot better to have it on. Thank you, man. When I get my Reaper Bones 5 plus extra, I will have $400 of a pile of shame. That's gonna be pretty cool. Okay, let's push the lights a bit more. I don't really need to do much more on this than what I'm currently doing already. Let's just get a little bit more light. Oh, it is, Kiavika, but props to you for doing it. And by the way, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be honest, Kiavika. There are painting techniques where having very shaky hands actually comes in as a good thing. You could get into stippling, for example, or texturing, And you could do some really good work, even with very shaky hands. Actually, especially with very shaky hands. You could become the master of stippling. There are painters out there who paint everything through stippling, and that's just this motion over and over. So like if you're shaking, you can just use that. So don't feel bad about yourself, okay? There are ways to paint. Yeah, also that lazy. That is a bit dark, Gimli. Okay. I used to shake quite a lot when I started out. It's funny because shaking, unless it's a medical reason, tends to be a psychological one. So, like when I started, I was like, please don't shake. And the more I was like, the more I was trying not to shake, the more I was shaking. You have to be relaxed to not shake when you're painting. You have to be confident a little bit. And you're gonna be less shaky. Unless, of course, you have medical reasons to shake. Okay. You can see that we're pushing the lights up here. Well, real life snipers shoot when they are breathing out, not when they're breathing in. So like when a real life sniper is shooting, they go and during the they shoot. They don't hold the breath in and then shoot. They shoot after exhaling, because that's when you are actually the most steady. Holding the breath in doesn't make you steadier. It's breathing out that does. Yeah, the double shot espresso does not help, for sure. Holding breath for 15 minutes should make your hands stop shaking, yeah. Not just those. I don't know, I breathe in through my nose, which is basically a wind turbine, so I don't shake because I don't need to do any movement. I just go, I have like a second set of lungs in my nose. Air doesn't really have to go through my chest, so I don't do this movement. Air just stays in my brain because I have lungs there. So I just go like this. Also, every single small breath I take basically takes half of the oxygen on the planet, so I can probably stay underwater for like 6 hours. I think I'm alpha whale. Might be Aquaman or something. The Loch Ness monster, yes. When I say them, I can, Gimli. What are you talking about? I'm making fun of myself, of course. That's cool, bug lips. I brace the thumb of my painting against the thumb of my handle. Yeah, sometimes I like if I'm doing something very precise, I will stick out my pinky and get the palm of my left hand on the pinky and use the pinky as a bracing point. If I'm painting like eyes or something, I will use my pinky as a resting place for my left hand. Okay. Well, you're lucky you're not dead. The 13-meter drop is very high. Yeah, but you still hit the soft ground at terminal velocity. Like, the simple impact with whatever, even water, could have killed you, honestly. So. Okay, I'm now highlighting the part of the skin tone that is under OSL light. Because we need to highlight that one too. Just pick one at random. The third one. Put them in a line. And just pick a number. Have me pick a number. That sucks, Chiavica. Hey, thank you, Dirt. Thank you for the gifted sub. I think there is a gallery channel. Hello, Melon. How you doing? Good evening. What's up? Welcome back, Moneta. 'Tis the season. Indeed, good sir. Thank you for your kindness. No, actually my real name is Vincenzo. But people call me Luca. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Yeah, you can call me boy, you can call me anything you want. The BBD guy. Look at the nose. Vinny the nose. Nose the nose. The guy with a funny accent. Yorkshire. You can call me however you want. I answer to many names. What, Baka? That Joe Clover is the only one I don't answer to. Vinny, yeah. Winnie the Poop. Winnie the Poop is a good name, I like it. You can call me that. Senpai, Oni-chan. You can call me Oni-chan. I'm okay with Oni-chan. What kind of base? Oh, well, I'm gonna paint the bases on. We're gonna be having the OSL be dragged on to the base as well, of course. Oh, Daddy. You can call me Daddy too if you want. Only if you want. But yes, I answer too many names. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Puta cookie da. I love that movie, man. Best Christmas movie ever. Puta cookie. I don't remember the name of it. The movie with Schwarzenegger where he's scrambling to find a toy for his son while the neighbor is eating on his wife, and he ends up dressing up as the toy hero that his son wants. Jingle All the Way. Oh, that was a great movie. I love that one. No, you can, Moneta. You definitely can. Incorrect. Die Hard. Die Hard is a good movie. I need to rewatch it. I keep trying to make Windy LaRue call me Colin a Big Daddy cool, but she won't. What a terrible life. Kindergarten Cop. I don't know that movie. Have a good night, Zala. See you later, alligator. Who is your daddy and what does he do? It was more like Yoda. Yeah, the one with Danny DeVito was also really good. I love Arnold's movies. Oh really, Daisy? I didn't know. No, Moneta. If you thin your paints and well enough, you won't need to use airbrush dedicated paints, in my opinion. That said, I'm not exactly the airbrush master. I am the brush master, not the airbrush master. I don't really do much airbrushing, but I don't think so. Hello, Drippens. How you doing, man? What's up? I would totally watch a short movie or documentary about your mini painting journey. Well, it's my Twitch stream, really. Like, what I do every day on Twitch is my mini painting journey, in a way. You know the story of how I started painting, right? You probably heard me say it a few times. So, okay. We don't have much time left, so I'm just gonna be painting the whatever the hell it is that he has hanging off. It's a tooth, I think. We're gonna be painting the tooth. You could tell it again, we don't have a problem with that. I'm sure some people are starting to get sick of the story, you know? Like, some people like Matthew probably heard me say the story of how I started painting so many times that they can probably tell it themselves. I'm not sure people wouldn't have a problem with it. You probably can, Moneta, but I wouldn't try, honestly. I wouldn't try. Yeah, and tier 2. Yeah, that's true, Melon. That is true. Now we have to paint where the light source is coming from as well. Well, maybe we can have that. Maybe we can have that. One of the models that I'm gonna be getting for from you guys might have a flame in it, and we might use that. We might have a bit. I mean, we could have a small diorama going. I can make it. You sure it's not age appropriate? I don't think it isn't. Yeah, Gimli, in your dreams. No, but unfortunately kids go through it themselves. It is a matter of opinion. I'm not gonna tell the story anyway, but I believe topics like that could actually be talked about with kids a lot more often than people allow it to. Because kids go through depression as much as adults do. And it's important to be close to them. Okay, so what the hell? Okay, the thing on the neck. So let's paint that. Just so Chat knows, the sampler is up for sale. Yeah! As well as the individual paints from the commemorative set number 2 and holiday set are not up on the site while supply are now up on the site while supply lasts. Let me celebrate that with the trumpet of Alpac. Well done, Reaper people. Yeah, Drippens. Hello, Darkflow. How you doing, man? Thank you for the raid. What is up? Hello, Stratation. Hello, Darkflow. Good day, guys. Good day. Yes. There is light on the weapon too, yes. It's not coming from the weapon, but... It's the middle of the night where we are in France. Well, not really middle of the night, I'm in Italy. It's midnight. Well, it is actually midnight, the mid of the night, so you're right. I'm stupid. Speaking of, it's midnight, I have to go. Or I'm gonna turn in a giant nose. The fairies allowed me to have a body only until midnight. As soon as midnight comes, I will just turn into a giant nose and be unable to paint. So I have to go. Thank you all so much for watching. We're gonna wait for Justin together. Hello, Justin. How you doing, baby?
I am here.
Hello. How you feeling?
How
now?
are you?
How are your teeth? You okay?
They're alright. They're alright.
Okay, everyone. I'll see you all later. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Again, if you want to, the top right are all the relevant links to follow if you want to stay in contact with me. We have Instagram if you want to check my painting, Twitch if you want to join me out during my daily streams on my own channel, and Patreon if you want to learn from me and learn how to do all of the things I do, you know? Check these out. And yes, I will see you all later. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Goodbye.